Okay, and I just realized my mic wasn't on. So I was just telling you that the lower monthly one here at 59.23 has caught price. This is still delta neutral, but it's a little bit bearish because they're not allowing price to go back inside this other 30-day one level at 59.92. This lower monthly one, however, at 58.76.75 is the key for their delta neutrality. So they might, wick it down here to these twos, but as long as they close back inside by Friday at close, that would keep them delta neutral and in position. On the quarterly, they have more room, more flexibility to stay delta neutral inside these ones. Um, anything below 58.37 or, yeah, 58.37 would be very bearish and definitely would be shooting for these lower targets. But there's no reason for me to expect to see that at all, given the current macro. They are supporting the markets, they're supporting reshoring, manufacturing. We're getting, a lot of positive movement for production. And I just don't see a bearish scenario of this market at all. Very bullish. So I'm just, we're waiting for this NVIDIA earnings announcement to come out. We'll take a look at that stock. I've got it up here. Here it is on the daily. And I don't have live data for this. I'm not sure if that is, how accurate that is. But it might be a little bit delayed, 5 minutes delayed. So I'm just going to keep my eye on it over here. We don't want it to go below 123.20. So for the VIX, we're right at the sweet spot also. 23, 30, 37 day. We stayed below this 37-day one at 1939. Anything above that would be bearish and they would be participating to the downside. And we're buying inside these monthly ones again. So anything above 1749, 1640 will keep us in that delta neutral position. So they're doing fine. And the SPX, we're right in the middle of the monthly and quarterly range also, and have plenty of room inside this to maneuver. So here was your 59.3704. Anything below that is bearish. And you can see they're holding on to the level, even though 58.66.62 is the lower monthly one, and they could still be delta neutral. It just going from this current level at 59.37 down to 58.66 would be a pretty quick drop, perhaps. So overall, I'm really optimistic in the market, thinking that we're going to see new all-time highs. There's a lot of reason to be excited about the market and the opportunities, the expansion, the production, the employment, the opening of the commerce, trading with more partners, and opening up markets. So, there's a lot to be excited about. Maybe it will be a golden opportunity for everybody. I think so. So the market is holding up. I guess the earnings are going to be coming out pretty soon, maybe 3:15. Let's see. So they're expecting 10% move, perhaps. Um, Starting to pick up here. There's your 1 hour IB. Trying to get back above that lower 1 hour IB, get back in here, and then start taking off. Still waiting. So, the president said that they were going to do everything in their power to have AI in the United States be the world dominating leader of the entire world, including China, and to take, whatever it takes to get us there. So they're focusing on semis and AI. And so there's a lot to be, you know, forward guidance expecting positive things. So that's why that 10% move, no doubt, would mean a lot, make a lot of sense. So, maybe up to 143, 145, 143, 68, 69, 145. So we could probably close on that 143.69 if we get that 10% move. NQ is right in the middle of its daily one, holding up its monthly ones here. Same thing. Came right down to the lower monthly one and held it. So we're trying to get it back up. And like I said, a lot of this has to do with the that quarterly collar was so low this time. It feels like it was low. And they might have to put themselves in a hedging position going into the last month because there really is no reason to sell this market off. I mean, we're right in the middle of the monthly ranges. It could go down a little bit, but why put themselves out below the ones on a monthly level when they're just trying to close 1 month trade? So that doesn't make sense either. They want to stay delta neutral. So I mean, just get it out of your head. They're not going to go below 58.75, right? For the close of March. So why hedge down here to not hedge up there? That doesn't make any sense. You might as well just go ahead and hedge that. So we're talking, 62.50, 62.57. Um, what happened today's up here, right here, 62.19, right here, 62.40. So yeah, that makes sense. 62.50, 62.40. So um, have it close around 62.40, 62.19, somewhere around there. Yep. If we can get it back up and have them hedge it. They've got a certain amount of distance above it, and without putting themselves into negative territory. So I think that would work. All right, so we're waiting for those numbers. Have not seen the tape move. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more delayed. Around 4:20. So about 5 more minutes. So let's take a look and see what we've got left in the monthly ranges. So on the month, where's my month? Right here. 294.75. So we could get it right up here to 62.19 without any problem. We're within the monthly PT3. Going long, however, 211, they may just get us right back to these ones up here, 61.35, 61.46, and close us out in March. It's going to be very hard to get 200 points on 2 days, but I mean, it's possible. We got a really good forward guidance. 100 points a day is no problem. I've seen it many, many times. So we just have to see a report that they say, the president told us the sky is the limit, whatever it takes. And I think that's what he said. In fact, that is what he said. So let's see if it comes out in the minutes. The report. Annual report for their forward guidance. We'll be opening up our United States facilities and hiring people and building all these fabulous AI products. I really do have to tell you that The new improved version with Deep Seek for Grok and ChatGPT is fantastic. Even though they did get my daily two number mixed up today, I have to, verify all the numbers that they spit out to me. I have to read it, make sure I read it this morning, and it was quite early and I missed it. But as soon as I saw it, I corrected it before it mattered. And we were able to get to the level this morning, went right up to our daily 260.24. Let's see if we can get back there and get back up. So for today, 61.23 points, 61.25, that would be 95. So we're already over our daily point allotment from the low, but from the open, we're not. We're right there. All right, we've got about 2 minutes, and a little bit more softness out of the YM today. Yesterday it held up real good, and that's because of the defensive nature yesterday that came into play while the ES and the NQ were selling off. And a little bit from the Russell, the YM just held right in its pocket, right inside the daily ones. And that is just demonstrates the defensive nature of that index. So we see where the carry trade is going. It's going into the Dow this time. Okay, NVIDIA's earnings have peaked with 081 last quarter and 084 this quarter. So peaking doesn't matter. Peaking, it just means it's rising. I mean, finance a lot has, it hasn't peaked. Finance a lot just wants the market to crash. Their earnings are rising. They're beating. It's called a beat. So that is really good. And so we're getting a little bit of, I don't know why he's saying it's peaked. I mean, it rose. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. The earnings have risen to their height, and his tweet says they've peaked. Like they're over. They haven't peaked. It's called a beat. And there goes NQ. Look at NQ. Sorry. Q's taking off. And where is my NVIDIA? Yeah, I'm not sure this is accurate. That's delayed. So we have to get NinjaTrader to get us stock data live, and they're working on it. I will have stock data soon. They're going to have single stock features. So we're just trading right inside the ones. You see that? I guess they're digesting the report. It should start taking off. There it goes. 10%. I mean, come on. I haven't seen the report at all. I just saw his little tweet. The sky is falling tweet. You can tell he's short. I think he's on the wrong side of the market. All right, so this thing is just hanging around, not doing anything. So much for 10%. Maybe I should try to find the report so I don't sit here and miss. Revenue 39.3 versus 38B. That's another billion in revenue. I mean, that's a lot. 89 EPS versus 84. That is a huge beat. So that's a good beat. Those are great numbers. Great numbers. Great numbers. And it's just going to get better. I mean, it's just going to get better because they're going to be throwing a lot of money at it. And, the mandate is to make it the world's best, unequivocally. So, unquestionably, that the US will be the dominant leader in semis and AI. So, that is about as bullish as you can get. You certainly don't want to be shorting this market. I mean, you know, I don't know how you could justify a short position by, that's like trying to say I'm going to short EVs when Biden was first getting in the office, right? Even though you didn't like it, it's like you had to go with the trade. Um, put your bias aside and trade the market. But right now, the market's doing nothing, it's just flat. So Goldman was wrong. It didn't get its 10% pop unless it's going to be a delayed reaction. Maybe they're going to wait for the call, but I'm not going to sit around that long, so I'm going to let you run. And we didn't get the type of reaction that I was expecting. But it was nice to see that everything's staying inside the ones and it's very balanced. It's not selling off. And that's the important thing. The support, the monthly support is holding. We can float up tomorrow and just start our climb again going into the end of the month, keeping everything on track. And yeah, I think it's all good. So looking forward to it. Have some optimism and positive expectation for this market. We'll see y'all guys later. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good evening.